Welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Neff.
I'm Edward Lewis.
Wow, Edward, you're back in the hot seat.
3 times in a week.
Oh my goodness, it's been so fun.
Feels great.
Welcome back, Edward. Okay, a lot of stories to get into today. Number one, Bianca Censori's boobies are out and loud and proud. Woo, those photos were hot. And then we'll get into Ben Affleck. He referred to J-Lo as his wife. Not that long, earlier this year, this interview was done, but just interesting to see how things have quickly changed. And then we'll get into Kevin Costner. He is done playing John Dutton in Yellowstone, and this is absolutely heartbreaking considering he kind of left the door open in a recent interview, but he is closing that door. And then lastly, we'll get into Khloe Kardashian. She's going to be doing a podcast on X. We'll get to see what she has to say.
Can't wait for that.
All right. Starting off first with Edward's favorite story of the day.
My favorite story, yeah.
Bianca Censori's boobs are huge, and they are. I wish I had boobs like this. So she has been out in Paris Fashion Week with Kanye. They've been attending different runway shows. And sitting, not courtside, but front row at the fashion shows. Well, last night she debuted another sexy ensemble that I just don't know how she's not coming out of this outfit. It's like little suspenders, just barely covering her areolas, which sorry to get all scientific, but things can come out. You know what I mean?
But
even little, yeah.
Would it be devastating to Bianca Censori's career if it came out? I feel like earlier this week we saw her in a sheer onesie.
Yeah,
we already saw him anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't think she really bothers her that that's a possibility of these outfits.
She's kind of showed the front mons pubis area too.
I'm sorry, the what?
I don't know, her vag basically.
Oh
It's been out in a see-through outfit, but it seems to all be a part of Kanye's idea, because ever since she's been with him, he's been I think styling her to wear these.
Did we know Bianca
outfits
before Kanye?
We have some videos of her from before where she's dressed like a normal chick, and she's actually speaking in videos in the past. Now she doesn't speak; she's a mute, which is probably all part of the shtick. But I just don't know who they're targeting this to, other than just horny men. Because I'm not going to look at this outfit and be like, oh my gosh, I want to order that on Revolve, or I want to go order that at Nordstrom. No, you keep me away. I mean, I also don't. The little strap would cover my entire boob, so it wouldn't work for me. But yeah, I just don't see women wearing this.
I guess it's more of a Kanye thing then, right? It's he wants the ability for men, and I guess even women around the world to fawn over his wife, right?
Yeah.
That has to be part of it, right? I mean,
I can appreciate cute curves.
And then you come from dating Kim Kardashian, where it's universally this woman is the hottest woman on the planet, or one of the hottest women on the planet. And now you date a quote unquote normie, right? Nobody knew Bianca before she dated Kanye, and now it's all right, how can I get that same appeal? And I think this is doing it. No, I mean, she leads our site anytime we put her up.
The photos are just always getting tons of clicks.
And
it's crazy.
People say oh, she's naked, of course it's gonna get clicks. Well, I don't necessarily know that. You know what I mean? If you put random celebrities partially naked, I don't think it's gonna be this much. I think there's some sort of appeal to Bianca Censori, and maybe perhaps it's the muted aspect of it that it's who is she? She's mysterious, she's sexy. That Kanye perhaps likes. Yeah, I think it's a good gimmick for him. Yes, and her, if it is a gimmick,
What do you think of the pink hair? Are you into girls with pink hair?
I mean, she wears it well. You know what I mean?
I actually kind of like it.
If it looks bad, I'm not into it. But I mean, she wears it well. I think she does. She pulls this whole thing off. It doesn't feel like a ruse or a bit or look at me, I'm XYZ. You
think it's well curated?
I think it's good. I think as far as anything Kanye does, this appears to be a success. And I don't mean dating her. I mean the persona that he's creating their relationship to be. I think it's done well.
So what do you rank? What do you rank this outfit, this look, the hair, the shoes, the whole thing?
I think if it went above, what'd you call it, a pubis montis? I think if it went
Mons pubis.
if it went above the montis pubis, I think it would be a little bit better. I think
It's not a praying mantis. My God.
Yeah. She looks good though. Shout out to her.
All right, shout out to Bianca. Moving on, Ben Affleck referred to J-Lo as his wife in an interview, and he even talked about how bananas her fame is. Here's what he had to say on the Heart to Heart talk show.
So I'm also a little bit shy. I also don't like a lot of attention. This is why people see me and they're like, "Well, this dude always mad." He's always bored. Because somebody has their camera and sticking it in my face. We went somewhere with Jen. I can't remember because she's so famous and she creates this. People love her and she really represents something important to people. People are like, "Hey, I like your movie." J-Lo.
Okay, let me break this down for you. So this interview just came out. People are like, oh my God, he's still calling her his wife. Hold up. We have receipts. This interview was definitely done earlier this year because if you remember, he had this beard in February, but then he completely shaved it off because he was filming The Accountant 2, I believe.
Yeah.
He was filming a movie, so he had to get rid of the beard. So it appears this interview is old. Obviously, a lot has happened since February / March. We know that they're now currently, him and J-Lo are not living together. They're selling their marital home. She's currently in Italy. Without him, he's been seen with his kids. Why are you looking at your watch?
Well, I'm saying it's June 21st.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have the date on my watch. It's a nice watch. And so this is.
What does the 21st have?
This is late February. I'm trying to figure out what date it is.
Wow, you're doing like the
Yeah,
clock in
it's a
your
lot
head,
of
the
math.
calendar?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's been roughly 4 months-ish since this was filmed.
Right.
We believe, based on his hair.
Also kind of like interesting because he's talking about like how crazy her fame is, and he doesn't really like that, right?
Right.
Which we know he doesn't like the spotlight, and that could have contributed to their breakup.
This appeared to be some sort of foreshadowing, I guess, is what our point of this story is, correct? Like
yes,
that
yes.
He seems to have some sort of issue with J-Lo, not necessarily her, but her celebrity, right? And we saw this so much. I mean, we've talked about this on this podcast before. Like every time you see them out, and there's a photographer in his face, he cannot stand it. And I know in this video, I think he was referencing when the kids are around. And that's BS. I mean, there was one time they were just simply walking to their car and he was furious, So
Yeah.
I think it obviously foreshadows for one that the fame and whatnot, but I think it maybe presents the bigger issue of the relationship was not necessarily between the two of them, but how they're perceived in public. Like he seems to be wanting to more fade into oblivion now.
Yeah.
He's getting older in his
Get his
career.
McDonald's, his Dunkin'
Right.
Donuts at home.
Chill, take his nice Sunday drives with his girl, and she seems to still want to be selling out arenas and tours and photographing, and I think that appears to be the rift between the two. I think that's at least my take on this video.
He does look pretty happy in this clip, though. So
That's why I was checking my watch too. It's only been 4 months,
Yeah.
roughly, since this interview was.
but a lot can happen in 4
I know that's the craziest part. I'm saying, like, what is that? 12, 16 weeks, and they went from he does appear happy and just a little bit annoyed to like, forget this, I'm out. Like that's a pretty quick turnaround.
So you think he was the one that ended it?
I don't know how you could see it any differently, right? Like, she seemed happy with him when they were out.
It's possible that she was like, okay, I've told you multiple times, Ben, get it together, put it on for the cameras.
Sure,
you know
sure.
who I am. You
Sure.
know who you married.
Sure.
And then she said, all right, you're not cutting it.
Right.
Goodbye. I'll
Right.
go to Italy and find my new man.
And I'm sure he was perhaps the same. Like, I'm not doing this. We either be low key or not. So it's
It
interesting.
could have been mutual.
But it's crazy though. I mean, 4 months. Do you have this marriage and it's beautiful and he seems happy and they're talking about their kids and he referenced later in the interview that he sees her kids as his own
Yeah.
and 4 months later they're not even living together. Like
Yeah.
it's relationships.
All right. Well, we'll keep you updated on this as it unfolds. All right, moving on to Kevin Costner. He is done playing John Dutton in Yellowstone. This is heartbreaking to me. I love Yellowstone. Do you watch Yellowstone?
I was going to say, forgive me, I don't understand the big deal with this.
What? You're kidding. He's the main star,
what?
the main family, head of the family
Look,
on the show.
I'll explain this. So I'm the sports writer here. I go home and I watch baseball. You know what I mean? That's in
God,
football
how
on Sundays and Mondays.
boring.
So I don't really get into TV, but I understand the concept of Sopranos, of Game of Thrones, that kind of deal. Where is Yellowstone in that level?
Oh, it's huge. I think they're about to start season 5.
So when we're talking Game of Thrones, Sopranos, the big TV shows, Entourage. Is it in that pantheon? Is that why I'm supposed to care about this?
I mean, it definitely has a cult following, but obviously it's not going to be Game of Thrones level.
Okay.
That was like a cultural phenomenon.
Okay.
With a huge cult following.
Okay.
But
so this confirms it's just a popular show.
It's a huge show, Western, lots of excitement.
And he plays the main character,
He's
John
the
Dutton.
main father of this family that the show follows.
And why was he leaving the show? Or why was it in question?
So there's been like a whole bunch of stuff, rumors and reports that Kevin Costner has been beefing with the creator, Taylor Sheridan.
Okay.
So, and then he had said in the past, he was on the Today Show, and they had asked him like, hey, you said that they didn't prepare the script for you. And then they said that you weren't ready. Like, what's going on there? They're trying to get to the bottom of like what the issues were. And he basically said like, look, if it works out and the script is right and everything lines up, I'm in. So this wasn't even that long ago that he did this interview. So a lot of people are like, oh, wow, like it's going to work out. Because look, at the end of the day, fans have been so invested. We want to see this thing come to like a proper closure.
Okay.
Look, if you want to leave, you don't get along with other people on set, totally fine. Like, but at least for the fans, which is why you're doing this, presumably, slash the money, at least like bring it to an end. Like properly close the show out. If you just leave now where it's like, how are they going to go on without him? I mean, they are pushing forward, but it's going to be very strange.
So, not to spoiler, can we spoiler?
What's a spoiler? You haven't seen the show.
I thought they said the fifth season is already done, or it's half out.
I think it's about to happen.
So they haven't done the fifth season yet.
Wait. It says that in episodes for the second half of the show's fifth season, which will kick off November 10th on Paramount.
So we've already seen the first half of the fifth season.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Yes. So this is the second half, and I guess it's already been filmed.
So what?
So I guess he's not.
So the first half has already.
Wait, I'm so confused.
Has the first half already happened?
Yes.
And you've seen it?
No.
Okay, so this show is not Game of Thrones.
No, it's really good. And you know why you would like it? Because Kelly Rohrbach is in one of the first couple seasons.
Yeah, she was Baywatch star, right?
Yep, she played like one of the beauty queens. She is Leo DiCaprio's ex.
Big fan.
Anyways, he's not going to be in it. Whatever it was between them, it didn't work out. A lot of fans are disappointed about this.
The tens of them.
Edward.
I don't understand this show. We talk about Kevin Costner in this show so much, and I don't know a single person who's watched this show.
What? That is.
I really
not
don't.
True.
I really don't.
Charles Devin sits right next to you.
Okay, two people.
I don't talk with anybody else.
All right. Well, hopefully it ends well for them.
Look, if your favorite baseball team, you're watching them, and then like the head guy, Shohei wasn't there, wouldn't you be sad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, there we go. Case in point.
Okay, thanks.
Moving on to Khloe Kardashian in our almost news segment. So she's going to be on a podcast. We're going to get to hear more about what she has to say. She's collaborating with Elon Musk's ex. And
not his ex.
His ex.
But his site, his website.
X.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And basically, she said that she has a genuine curiosity about so many topics, and I tried to see the positive in everything, and I can't wait to explore, listen, learn through this exciting journey. Thank you, X, for taking this ride with me. What do you think? Will you listen?
What is she exactly talking about? It's just
unclear, but I mean, I'm sure she's gonna have guests.
So many topics is the premise of it.
I think so. Why are you laughing? Isn't that like every podcast?
I guess no. I mean, don't they have a focus? Like ours is like celebrity news, right? And
right. And look, yeah, there's some that are like, oh, murder, mystery, crime,
right. Sports.
But I think in general, like the Shay Shay podcast, which you love.
Love Shay Shay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like general. You have a celebrity on, you just talk about whatevs.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
like
that's
she's
true.
jumping on that bandwagon.
I don't know. How do you feel?
I like Khloe. I think she's always.
Kardashians are always interesting, right?
Yeah, and she's like very outspoken. She's really funny, witty. I think she'll do a good job. Obviously, she does get like a lot of hate because she's always like going back to cheaters.
Sports guy.
Yeah. But I still think it'll be interesting to to hear her thoughts on things. She's fun.
I think I'd rather hear like a relationship podcast from Khloe. You know what I mean?
She should have
like
Lamar Odom on.
Well, yeah, I mean that would make sense. Yeah,
that would be good.
But like a Nick Viall, you know what I mean? Like he's got that like relationship podcast where people write in and talk about it. I think that would be more of a niche that I'd be interested in. I'm not so sure.
You want relationship advice from Khloe?
Oh well, not relationship advice, relationship thoughts from Khloe, like how she would handle things. I think it gives you into the mindset of like somebody who's been cheated on, how they would handle their life, and you know, I think that's more interesting to me than Khloe's opinion on Kevin Costner and Yellowstone. You know what I mean? Like I just like we'll see. You know, I'd obviously tune in for a little bit, but yeah, I think her niche should be like dating and maybe.
Okay, that is a hot take because, like I said, people don't like the way Khloe navigates.
So wouldn't you want to hear
relationships.
about why she makes her decisions and how she advises people to make their decisions going forward?
I don't think it's good advice though to be like, oh, go back to the cheater, give him a second chance.
Maybe it's like, don't take my advice. You know, like
yeah. Oh, you know what? That'd be a good.
This is what I would do. Don't do this.
Khloe Kardashian, don't take my advice podcast.
See? Come over.
Hey, I like that. I like that.
We'll do it.
All right, today in history, Edward, your favorite segment.
Can't wait.
All right, so like you said earlier, today is June 21st. Today is World Giraffe Day. I love this because I did get to stay at the Giraffe Manor in Kenya, where they like the giraffes stick their head through the window and they eat breakfast off of your table. Amazing, but they do tell you be careful around male giraffes because they get like territorial and they'll headbutt you.
They like whip?
Yeah, they'll like freaking smack you. No, but you can see them like, you know, kind of like gearing up, ready to like smack you on the side of the head. And it's like a strong smack.
Oh, I mean, they're big animals.
Actually, before I went, I was kind of disappointed because an influencer posted like this really cute video.
Okay.
And she's like drinking tea with the giraffes, which is like their whole thing.
Okay.
And the giraffe came and headbutted her and like she flew off of her chair. And that video went viral and they like totally discontinued that little photo shoot part of your stay. Because of that moment. I was like, I just want to drink tea.
I thought you were saying you wanted to be viral for being hit.
No, I don't.
Okay.
All right, moving on. In 1997, this day, the Women's National Basketball Association debuted with the playing of the league's first game.
The WNBA.
Yeah.
Now look at it.
I know. I know. Flash forward however many years.
Did really well the other night. Double-double again. It's like her 7th straight game. First time in WNBA history.
Edward, you're a huge fan.
WNBA rocks now.
I love it. This day on 1983, the first Ferris wheel made its debut at the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. Do you like Ferris wheels? You don't take your dates on there? I can see you being like, oh, like the girl will be like in the carriage and it'll be like rocking and she's like, oh, hold my hand. I can see you like swooping in and being like, I got you, baby. I'll keep you safe.
Safe on a 2-mile-an-hour Ferris wheel ride.
Or are you that jerk date that's like rocking the whole thing?
I'm definitely not rocking. I'm definitely more of the I'll take care of you.
Yeah, sure, Edward.
Unsafe ride. Yeah.
Little skinny Edward, I'll save you. And then we have some birthdays today, big birthdays. Prince William, the heir to the royal throne. It's his birthday today.
Which one is he? Is he the redhead?
What do you mean? Who is Prince William?
Which one?
The hot
the redhead one.
What?
No, which one dating?
Not Harry.
Okay. He's
William.
the other one. Okay.
The one that's going to
Kate
actually
Middleton's
be king.
husband.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
That's how you know him as Kate Middleton's husband?
Yeah.
Wow.
Good for him. Shout out.
How
How old?
Jesse, I don't know.
Oh,
old.
Okay, cool.
Jesse Smollett, blast from the past. His birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Yep.
Lana. His birthday.
I know. Fake birthday. Lana Del Rey, her birthday today. By the way, she just had a concert. She brought out Yodel Boy, who now, by the way, is Yodel Man.
Famous now.
He grew up. Huge growth
Does he
spurt.
look good?
He looks good, yeah. He's a country star now, kind of. Chris Pratt's his birthday today. And Rebecca Black, which is so fitting.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Woo, woo. All right, are you guys sick of us already? We'll catch you on Monday. Edward, I'm so sorry to break it to you. Carly Cotton's back on Monday. But we'll catch up with you at some point.
Maybe one time.
All right, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you Monday.